Social Zoom Factor, episode 228.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Get paid faster and save time billing and invoicing with our new partner, FreshBooks. Claim your free month by visiting freshbooks.com/socialzoom and enter Social Zoom Factor in the How Did You Hear About Us section. No credit card required. Are you ready to make your dream of owning and launching a business a reality? Our partner HostGator has everything you need to make that dream come to life online. Zoom your business turbo by visiting socialzoomfactor.com/zoom and save 50% on your hosting package. Again, that's socialzoomfactor.com/zoom. Save 50% now. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today we have some exciting news. What is that, you ask? Well, we have launched our 2017 Content Marketing Editorial Calendar Template, and you can go download it if you haven't already. Go to socialzoomfactor.com/calendar. That simple. So what the calendar is going to do, it's going to help you organize your content, your social content, your blog content, your video content, your visual content, any type of content that you are creating. It's going to help you put it in a plan. And I'll tell you, if you are not already utilizing a content calendar marketing framework, you should be. And a content calendar is one of the most foundational elements that's going to help you in organizing your content and making sure that your content is serving the needs of your audience. Because it's not about throwing mass content, social spaghetti on the wall and hoping that it sticks and that one of your dream customers is going to come along and find that social spaghetti virtually appetizing, right? The chances of that happening are very slim. So if you are utilizing content marketing and social marketing, digital marketing to build your business and help you achieve your personal and or life goals, you need to invest the time to make sure that you're creating the best content that you can and that you are planning it and you are properly organizing it and doing some of the things that we're going to talk about today in this podcast. Now, in this podcast, I want to be very clear. I'm not going to be talking about 101 what is content marketing, okay? If you are not clear on what is content marketing, I encourage you to go check out some of our previous episodes. You can find them at socialzoomfactor.com or on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher Radio. But key episodes for you are going to be first, episode 50, which is content marketing in a nutshell. Episode 7, I talk about creating a content marketing framework. And then episode 167, I talk about evergreen content marketing. And I encourage you to go check those episodes out. Those are some foundational episodes that are going to help you get started if you are brand new to content marketing. And from those episodes, you'll be able to link to a whole bunch of other resources that we have that will help you. Now, to kick off this conversation today, I want to share with you some of my trends and predictions for 2017, what I am seeing happening and what I am predicting is going to be the focus for content marketing. You will see more of my predictions coming up very soon in some future podcasts. And I also will be sharing with you some recent industry statistics that will help you understand where the industry is going and what other businesses in both B2B, so business to business, or B2C, business to consumer, are doing. And our agency, Marketing Nuts, we work with brands of all sizes, from well-funded startups and entrepreneurs up to Fortune 50 brands in both B2B and B2C industries and markets. So we have done years of research and work in content marketing. I spent 15 years in corporate America working in product marketing and corporate branding, product branding, before I started my own company about 6 years ago. So you're listening to someone who has been living in the world of content marketing for a long time. So I hope that today's episode is going to inspire you, educate you, and help you get control of your content marketing. Now, after we talk about some trends, predictions, and statistics, then we will be going straight into a detailed tutorial, and I will walk you through every single column and row of the content marketing editorial calendar template. So you will know exactly how to get started in using it to organize your content. But first, let's talk about what's going on with content marketing. Okay, what's happening in 2017? So even in 2016, we saw a lot of brands, big and small, start to get more organized with their content. However, I would still say there's a lot of social content spaghetti out there. So I am predicting that in 2017, brands are going to be forced more than ever to get that content organized and to really put some muscle behind making sure their content is the best that it can be. They're going to have to invest in systems and in workflows and proper planning to make sure that that content sticks with their audience. I also believe that organizations are going to start testing some different mediums. So they're going to be looking more at video, more at visual marketing if they haven't already been doing that, because our brain processes visual marketing 60,000 times faster than it does text, right? So you've heard the sayings that, one picture can tell 1,000 stories in one picture. So we want to make sure that we are utilizing the best technologies and mediums that are going to engage and inspire and empower our audiences. Also, mobile is going to continue to grow, and we will talk about that in the statistics when we dig into those. But if you are not planning your content for mobile customers, mobile viewers, mobile readers, mobile watchers, you are missing the content boat. You have got to be designing your content, your blog, your websites, everything you are doing to work on a mobile device, right? Your website needs to be mobile responsive. If your content can't get read or watched or listened to, then you might as well not be creating it. And many of your customers, your readers, your watchers are utilizing a mobile device to engage and listen to content. Okay, so you're going to need to make sure that you're doing that. I also predict that brands of all sizes are going to start more than ever integrating with the rest of their organization, which means they are going to start integrating content with sales processes, helping to decrease that sales cycle with recruiting and HR. So we're going to see it work across the board more than we've ever seen, which I also predict is going to really put more focus around ROI. So ROI is going to become even more important because executives and marketing leaders, they are tired of wasting money on content. And I can't tell you how many executives we work with that come to us and say, Pam, Marketing Nuts, please help us get a higher ROI on this investment that we're spending, because we're spending time in social and content and digital, but we don't have an ROI. They are now going to be, and have already started, we've seen even in 2015 and 2016, getting more organized, right? The way that you're going to increase ROI is proper planning. Like I always say, it's plan your work and work your plan. If you're only throwing social spaghetti at the wall, you're not going to likely have a high ROI. Another prediction is influencer marketing, right? And it is picking up like more than ever before. And we have helped many organizations with their influencer marketing strategies. And so if you have not taken a look at influencer marketing, I highly encourage you to do that as well. I have some past episodes where I talk about influencer marketing in a nutshell. I encourage you to go check those out. I will be launching some new resources for that very very soon. So let's go ahead and dig into some of these recent statistics. Did you know that 200 million people on average use ad blockers? And that includes 16% of the US population. So this means that quality matters more than it ever has before. So we need to be focused on organic reach, because what this means is that when people are blocking ads, that means they're not going to see your paid advertising as much as they used to see that. So you want to have a way that you are attracting your target, your dream clients to you through content that's helping them solve their problems. Okay, so if you are wanting to extend your reach and increase brand awareness and all of those other objectives we always talk about, you're going to need to figure this out. Brands spend approximately 25 to 43% of their marketing budget on content. However, this is sad. Only 23% of CMOs, chief marketing officers, feel that they are producing the right information for the right audience and delivering that at the right time. Okay, so those numbers are not adding up, right? So brands are spending 25 to 43%, but yet only 23% of CMOs feel that money is being spent in the right place, that the focus is on the right place. The top 3 B2B goals of content marketing are: number 1, lead generation coming in at 85%, sales coming in at 84%, and lead nurturing coming in at 78%. So that stat came from Content Marketing Institute. Did you know that 94% of B2B marketers use LinkedIn as part of their content strategy? Other top platforms, there's going to be no surprise here, are 87% for Twitter, 84% for Facebook, 74% for YouTube, and Google Plus at 62%. All right. 70% of B2B marketers plan to increase and create more content compared to 2016. So if you thought it was already noisy on the social web, it's going to get noisier, my friends. And blog content is also becoming longer and more visual. The average blog post is up 19% to 1,050 words, and that is up from 808 words in 2014. Also, long-form blog posts generate 9 times more leads than short-form blog posts, and that comes from Curata. 53% of emails are opened on a mobile device, so that's what we were talking about earlier. You got to be thinking mobile first. 69% of marketers report video marketing budgets increasing in 2017. 75% of marketers using interactive content plan to increase use of interactive content in the coming year. So that includes content such as polls and assessments and trivia questions, calculators, brackets and tournaments. So things that are truly kind of got that competitive nature or that assessment nature. Calculators, we have clients who use calculators. Like we have an LED lighting client that has a calculator that works very well for attracting leads because people can get data that they need very quickly. So that's something important to think about. How can you create something interactive that's going to provide your target customer, your audience value, something they can input a few quick numbers and get a result out that's going to help them with their business that can perform very, very well. 64% of marketers outsource their writing. So that means maybe they're using a consultant, a copywriter, a freelance writer, or they're outsourcing that to an agency who's helping them. Also, the average reader is only spending 37 seconds reading an article or a blog post. So this means that your content must not only have depth for those that want it, but it also needs to be scannable with bullets, with bolding and numbers, and be able to do such also for those mobile readers. Okay, that is really important. Demand for infographics has increased 800% in the past year. Okay, that's big. So if you haven't thought about using some infographics, you should be doing that very soon. And then 29% of leading marketers systematically reuse and repurpose content. Now, you know, we are big on doing that. And that's why one of the episodes that I referred you to is our evergreen content marketing, which is episode 167, which will really help you increase the ROI of your content when you can reuse it and repurpose it and create once, use many. So I encourage you to listen to that episode for some tips and tricks on that. And infographics are shared and liked on social media 3 times more than any other type of content. And that is coming from Mass Planner. So there you have it. Those are some quick statistics of kind of what's happening in the industry. I hope that that's helpful for you. Some things, let's start digging in now to the content calendar. Why do you need a content calendar? So I talked a little bit about some of the benefits, but I'm going to break them down more for you right now. One is that it helps you focus on the needs of your audience and ideal customer. It's going to help you inspire, connect, empower, and activate your audience, right? It can help you drive that reader, that watcher, that listener to a specific call to action, to download something, to learn something, to try something. We always want to be activating our audience. Calendar is also going to force you out of your box and help you think further and smarter than today or tomorrow. I want you to get out of your box, and I want you to be thinking about what are you going to be doing next month, next quarter, toward the end of the year. All right. It's going to help you increase that value of content to your audience. It's going to help you better integrate and leverage different communication mediums and platforms to keep things fresh. So visual and audio and video and real-time, live type of event content that you can utilize, like Facebook Live. So there's so much happening in the world of live video that you really need to be thinking about how you can tap into the different forms of communication. And we talked about the benefit of creating once and using many and increasing that return on that investment. That's going to be huge, and enabling you to streamline all investment and resources for content creation and marketing related activities. It's also going to encourage teamwork internally with your internal team or teams, and also external partners and stakeholders, right? And it's going to fuel innovation and idea generation and help you avoid getting stuck in a rut, right? You don't want to get stuck in a rut. And when you're forced to complete a content calendar, there's something about it that forces you to think deeper and harder than just throwing up a blog post and throwing up a podcast, right? It's forcing you to think about your content and how can you set yourself apart from the crowd. It's going to help you better set expectations with your audience and fans so they know what's coming. Just like when you listen to this podcast, I'm usually telling you what's to come in the future. You know where I'm going with content and what I'm focusing on. And last but not least, it's going to help you create tribes of loyal brand evangelists, right? We want to have people that are sitting on the edge of their virtual seat and they just cannot wait for our content. Next up, we are going to dig into the details. This is the tutorial section of the content marketing editorial calendar template. Now, before I do that, we need to hear a few words from our sponsors. They are what keeps our podcast zooming. So please give them a listen and I'll be right back. I have so much time to do invoicing and manage my expenses is not something you hear most entrepreneurs and small business leaders ever say. Getting some of that very precious time back is something our new partner FreshBooks can help you with. You can streamline invoicing and get paid online faster. Using FreshBooks, it takes approximately 30 seconds to create and send an invoice. Easily add your own logo and color scheme that reflects your brand. Do you have those clients that seem to always be late in payments? FreshBooks can help send late payment reminders to your clients automatically so you don't have to chase them down. FreshBooks is offering a month of unrestricted use to all of our listeners, totally free right now, and you don't even need a credit card. Just head on over to freshbooks.com/socialzoom and enter Social Zoom Factor in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Again, that is freshbooks.com/socialzoom, and no credit card is required. Do you have a big dream to launch your business online, but stuck with how to get started? The social and digital web today can be overwhelming, even to the most seasoned business and marketing leaders. Well, regardless of your experience, have no fear. Our partner HostGator can help you not only secure your business domain, help you set up hosting, but they can also help you get started with your first website, e-commerce site, blog, SEO services, and more. Their cloud and other services scale with you as your business grows, from shared VPS to dedicated servers. We host all of our sites on HostGator, and I love that their support is available 24/7, 365 days of the year via chat, phone, and email. Get started today and save 50% by visiting socialzoomfactor.com/zoom. Again, that is socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for an immediate 50% savings now. I'm back. Okay, let's dig right in. The editorial calendar template, hopefully you've downloaded that by now. Go to socialzoomfactor.com/calendar. You will find a spreadsheet that is going to give you a year-long calendar, and it is going to give you the last 2 months of 2016 as well. So it also includes November and December. So if you want to stick some of your themes of what you used for the last couple months of 2016, or if you want to even utilize it for the remainder of 2016, since I'm launching this early December, you can feel free to do that as well. So let's go ahead and let's dig into the calendar. And I'm just going to walk you through this editorial calendar template step by step. So on the bottom, you will see a tab representing each month. When you click on one of those tabs, then you will see it is broke down by week and then also by day. So it's giving you a daily plan and a daily template for you to enter the content that you are creating. Okay. So down the first column, if we go down row by row, what you have is a monthly theme. So I want you to be thinking about quarterly themes, monthly themes, weekly themes, and then you'll know what content needs to support that weekly theme. Okay. So you have a monthly theme, and then it will show you the dates for each day of the week for that week. And then it also gives you a spot to insert your weekly theme. Okay. And then each day is broken out in the calendar for you. Then when we start to move over to each of the columns, I'm going to walk you through that. So the first one is social conversation theme. So this is just a column for your notes as you were creating content, a specific post, a social post, a specific blog post that you can note if you want to, if it's something specific for that social conversation theme. That's kind of an optional column there. Then you have blog post title or social post. Okay, so if it's a blog post, you're going to want to insert the blog post title. That's very important. What you title your blog post can make or break the success of your blog post content. So you want to make sure that you're coming up with something that is not only clever, but that is utilizing words that your audience understands and that is relevant to them. And there's also, you may want to be looking at some SEO data and Google AdWords data, that type of thing, and make sure that just those headers you're going to be able to optimize that the best you can to get the best ROI out of that content. Then the next column is social post. So this would be if this was a tweet or if this was a Facebook post or something that's going on Instagram, you would put the actual content that is going to go on that social social post. Okay, so this gives you a place to enter that content. Then we have channel. So this means, is this Facebook? Is it Twitter? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? Is it something you plan to put on Snapchat, right? So this enables you to create a plan regardless of what platform you're going to be publishing that content to. Then we have call to action. So that is, what is the call to action if you have one? So are you wanting to inspire people to download something? Are you wanting them to watch a video? Are you wanting them to click for a deal, maybe to buy something? Are you wanting them to take advantage of a special offer that you have? Make sure you note that call to action there. Then the next 3 columns go into your primary audiences. So who are you targeting with this content? So there is a column for your primary audience, your secondary audience, and your tertiary audience. So, depending on how many different demographics or personas you are targeting, you can include that audience there. And this is going to help if you have other people within your organization who need to provide input on the content and or approval on the content, so they will know what they're looking at and who this audience is for. Then you have author. Okay, so who is writing the content? Who is editing the content? The editor, that is the next column. And the editor should be somebody different than the author, hopefully, somebody that's taking a look at that. If you have the resources for 2 people and that you're making sure you're catching typos and grammatical errors, that type of thing. Then you have purchase cycle. So this is really important too. Where is the intended reader or watcher or listener, the person you want to view and engage with this content? Where are they in their relationship of engaging and purchasing from your company? Okay. Are they in the awareness stage that they need to learn about your company? Are they considering your company to purchase product or service from you? Are they where they have a preference for you, but they haven't made that final decision? Are they purchasing? They're ready to buy right now? Or is this a loyalty-based type of content, right? So it's awareness, consideration, preference, purchase, and loyalty. Then we move over to the draft due date, right? So when is the first draft due? That's very important. I love to have content that is date driven. Then we have your keywords. So at minimum 2 to 3 keywords, I would really recommend you have, between 5 and 10 keywords that you can input into, for example, your SEO plugin that you may have on your WordPress blog. At minimum, you want to know what are those top 2 to 3 keywords that are relevant to this specific piece of content. Then we have categories. So this is very important if this is a blog post. You want to make sure you're taking time to organize your categories and that you are assigning a category for which the blog post, for example, is going to fit within. Then we have image location. Pretty simple. If this post, social post or blog post, has an image associated with it, which hopefully it does, then you are going to want to know where that image is, right? And so that is a key benefit of utilizing a content calendar if you are working in a team environment, is that we don't want people to be hunting for things. So if we're uploading content, let's say we're taking content from a content calendar like this, and then we are uploading it to a social media management system or a dashboard, maybe we're just uploading a spreadsheet, or maybe we are copying and pasting that content. You don't want people to have to look for the image that is associated with that content. Anything that should be part of that content, if that is a URL, the call to action, the image, you should add that to the spreadsheet and make sure that it's here. So whoever is posting that content and publishing and scheduling that content, they literally have everything they need in this spreadsheet. All right, that's the goal. Then we have the next column is supporting media. So this would be video or podcasts. This is anything that's audio, anything that is not visual, right? Because we have that in the prior column, but anything anything that could be supporting this. So maybe you're going to embed a video on a blog post. Maybe you're embedding a podcast, right? So just put whatever relevant information is going to help your team find that. Then we have embed in a resource kit. So this would just mean, is this content part of something bigger? So are you creating maybe a cool kit for people to download? We do a lot of this. And so we'll have a personal branding guide, for example, that includes all sorts of resources inside of one kit. So just note if that's the case. Syndication, this would mean your content is being syndicated to another blog post. Maybe you know you're publishing this on a third-party post. So we do a lot of content where we get paid to write content, and we know it's getting syndicated on, a big B2B tech blog or whatever it may be. So we always like to note that here in the calendar. Then we have possible white paper. So is this a piece of content that could turn into something bigger? So maybe it's a possible white paper. Maybe it could turn into a possible video that you do at a later time. So this is where you can note this here. And this could be very helpful at a later time. Let's say a few months down the road when you're like, man, I just can't come up with any content ideas this month. You can go back to your calendar for previous months and look at content pieces that you have identified that you could turn into something bigger. All right. So then that'll give you some fresh ideas that you maybe had forgot about. Then last but not least, we have includes client testimonials and graphics, yes or no. So that's just another great thing to note if this content does include client testimonials. And in my days in corporate world, I did a ton of work with client testimonials, and we do a lot of work with our clients today as well with this. So keeping track of where you have client testimonials can be very, very helpful when it comes time. It always seems as in one of those urgent matters that are like, okay, we need 10 client testimonials to put on this for this new prospect customer on this blog page. So, it's nice to be able to keep those handy. That's a great place to start. So there you have it in a nutshell. That is the content marketing editorial calendar. I hope this was very helpful for you. I want to encourage you to go check out all the other resources we have at socialzoomfactor.com, as well as our agency site at themarketingnutswithaz.com. And we work with brands of all sizes, like I said earlier. And if you are just feeling that you are stuck when it comes to putting together your strategy for 2017 and beyond, and you just don't know where to start, you don't know how to develop a content system, you don't know how to even develop content for your audience that's going to help you achieve your business goals, feel free to give us a call and go, submit a contact form on our website, and we would be more than happy to help you. We are also launching in early 2017 the Social Profit Factor comprehensive training system that is going to help you with everything you need to be successful online. So I encourage you to go sign up at socialprofitfactor.com for resources and to know when that is launching. You can sign up to be a founding member of that community. I would love to have you there with us. We're up to some really great things and super excited to get that launched. So I thank you so much for hanging with me here today on this Social Zoom Factor podcast, learning about content marketing, calendar creation in 2017. Best of success to you in the month and year to come. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.